every guest who comes to L'Abri spends half of the day studying. Something that we try to do as staff here is protect that time for people to engage with ideas more deeply, more profoundly than they may have time to do anywhere else. We have a beautiful library full of books as well as a database of a couple thousand lectures, and we set up a study program that's sort of tailor-made to each person depending on what their particular questions are. But it's an amazing opportunity to really think through questions that one might have in a way that is difficult to do in regular life. The other half of the day is spent working. And so there's a work crew both in the mornings and in the afternoons. And that has to do with this very, very practical needs of the L'Abri life. So the first reason why we ask our students to work is that we need the help. There's meal preparation, so our guests will often help a worker prepare the upcoming meal. There's laundry to do, there's cleaning in the house, there's gardening work, there's wood splitting. It's one of the ways that our students are able to tangibly serve the needs of the community, sometimes in a very immediate way, like the next meal, sometimes in a more distant way, like splitting wood that will burn next winter. The work time is really valuable, both because it needs to happen. It's also a way to get some distance from all the heavy ideas that we've been thinking about throughout the day, so it's a way of processing. Also, a lot of really good conversations happen between guests working alongside each other, and it ends up being quite a redemptive thing for many people who come. 2 times a day at 11 in the morning, and then again at 4 in the afternoon there's a tea time. Totally optional thing, but people can gather and have tea and just chat. Several times throughout the week there are what we call discussion meals, and that's when the whole group of guests will go to one of our homes and we'll serve a meal that we prepared for them. It's an opportunity to share good food together, to enjoy it, to enjoy each other. And then there's, at one point in the meal, one of us will say, hey, we're going to have one conversation, and does anyone have a question or an issue they want to raise that we're all going to talk about together? L'Abri encourages people to engage with ideas, but it's also doing it in the context of community. And Francis and Edith Schaefer from the very beginning wanted L'Abri to be the Christian faith demonstrated. And so we really lean against abstract ideas that aren't grounded in daily life and daily reality. If we talk about some important bit of theology, but can't even begin to live it out or show that it's real tangibly, then it's really suspect. We need to think about that. So that's one of the unique things about L'Abri, and something of the mysterious thing that happens to people who come to L'Abri is this combination of both engaging with ideas, but then living together, and sort of testing out the truth of those ideas. And that's something that certainly, one of the ways in which God has used L'Abri uniquely, I think.